We booked this excursion with Baku Bay Resorts in Coron. We rented the boat for the day. It came with a complete crew and lunch. This video is only going to feature Twin Lagoons because we thought it was such an amazing place. We stayed much longer than you typically would be allowed to if you went with a tour group. It's approximately a 45-minute boat ride from the resort out to Twin Lagoons, and all excursions require that the boat stop at the Coast Guard station first to check in.
There were a ton of advantages to booking a private tour. We had our own boat captain and crew, our tour guide, and a butler that was provided from the resort. We were able to go in an opposite direction of most of the other tours. That way we got to Twin Lagoon way before most of the other boats did. So when we got there, it was pretty empty. By the time you see the drone footage, that was after we had spent probably over an hour there. So people just started to arrive. The bright side of the butler was every time we got onto this boat after our excursion, she was there with dry towels, she would give us water, there was snacks, we got dessert. It was definitely worth the little bit of extra money not to be crammed in and have to stick to a strict schedule. We got to pick how long we were at each place, and we opted to just cut out a lot of places after we got there.
Another thing I liked about the private boat is you don't have a bunch of strangers getting on and off of the boat. So I was able to leave my drone on the boat unattended, and I was not nervous about it disappearing. You'll see later in this video, it almost didn't matter because I came dangerously close to catching the top of a mountain with the drone as I flew around the island.
Okay, something just attacked my leg. I don't know what it was. Little fish just came up and bit me. It's not too crowded. Could be worse. Yes, got some little fish down there. That's kind of what bit me, just a tiny little one.
We didn't actually spend very much time snorkeling. After snorkeling some of the coral reefs, the fish population here was pretty limited, but the canyons and just the rock formations were incredible. So we actually just really enjoyed floating around, relaxing, looking at all the scenery around us.
Yeah, exactly. That peak right in the middle, sticking up, like probably the farthest peak you'd see. Yeah, it looks like some fake scene in a scary movie.
I think it was weird here how it's like waves of like super cold water and then gets to like hot water. Like
yeah, the water temperature varies a lot. With like I just went from a warm spot into a very cold spot, and the cold feels so good.
It goes from like feeling like it's 80 degrees to like low 70s. Like it's gorgeous.
Yeah, the cool water feels nice. And it looks like people are allowed to jump off up there.
I guess that's what they use when it's high tide. And
Yeah, I read the thing. It's like low tide you go through the tunnel, high tide you have to get out and like climb over. And I think we've done enough climbing for a few days, so
yeah, I'm not
we're gonna just float through the hole.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're at the back of the first lagoon. You see the tunnel there. It's low tide, so we're able to go through the tunnel. When it's high tide, you have to actually climb up onto that ladder and climb over that little rock formation. So we're just gonna float on through. Yeah, snorkeling's neat, but Kate and I were just talking. We're actually more fascinated by just the rock formations and how straight up they go. Yeah, this is very relaxing. It's definitely worth, to us at least, renting your own private tour, because we dictate how long we stay someplace, and we don't have to comply with other people's schedules. If we ended up liking this, we could pretty much stay here all day. If we said no, we're staying here, I guess. So we're just gonna walk on through here, and then decide what we're doing from there. Oh yes, the shade does feel good. What? Right there in the shade. This is nice. I'm curious, is this a natural hole here, or did they
I think it was because it was called Twin Lagoon, but then at the same time I'm like, was this what they made it the Twin Lagoon?
Yeah, I was wondering if they opened it up some more, or if it was just naturally like this, because it's a perfect opening, just big enough to get the kayaks through and people to swim through, but yeah, don't know. If anybody knows, comment. Yeah, I would say just watch all the steps and ladders here. They're interestingly built.
Like I need it.
Yeah, it's as if somebody with Kate's carpentry skills built them. As you can see, and they're not even close to right. What do you got, baby? Oh, I can actually walk right here. It's so shallow.
I cannot.
And here we come out the other side, into the other lagoon.
You think when can I reach dinner?
This second lagoon had a lot more boats in it. It was generally much more crowded than the first lagoon. So we spent very little time in this lagoon and went back into the first lagoon.
Yeah.
The Twin Lagoons we thought were so amazing, we considered booking another trip just to go spend the day there. Had we not been on a tight schedule for this portion of our trip, we probably would have stayed a day just in these lagoons alone.
Yeah. Yeah, so we were just talking to our guide, and there's supposed to be 5 stops, but I think we already eliminated one of them. The lake one we're going to eliminate because it's how many steps up?
360 steps up.
Yeah.
Our legs are still sore from when we did the canyoneering. So there's no way I'm doing steps.
Yeah, we're skipping that. So we're going to go see probably the sunken ship, and then if I have time, the coral reef also.
Yeah.
And if we don't do it today, we'll just schedule another. We're going to add time to our vacation for this location.
Yeah.
Because this is definitely worth staying extra time for.
Yeah, I know everyone says like they do their trip the opposite way. Like they do like Manila, like fly into there, and then they do El Nido and Coron first, and then do like Cebu and stuff like that. But I think it's better to do it the way that we did it, because I knew this would be our favorite places.
Yeah, and we have
So
cushions.
sense.
We have plenty of time to adjust our schedule now and stay here longer.
Yeah, because I did not pick the best place in Mobile, so
It was very good for
was a
seeing
good
sea turtles. It
location.
was a good location. The sea turtles were amazing.
Yeah.
A bunch of little fish are jumping out of the water behind you right now. I don't know if they got them on video.
Lord.
And got to see the sardine run right from there.
Yeah.
And I mean, the turtles were 50 yards off of our front porch.
Mm-hmm.
So that was perfect.
Yeah, but there was a couple hotels that I was thinking of doing that were right in the area. They didn't show like whether they had the beach access that ours did. Because ours, it was nice that we literally walked out our front door and just down some steps and over there.
This drone footage to us is just so relaxing to watch, except toward the end where I almost lost the drone for good.
another great part about having a private guide is he was able to take a lot of photos for us. He also helped us choose which locations we would like best. We told him we were into snorkeling and seeing a lot of wildlife, and anything that had amazing views like Twin Lagoon. He helped us decide that we didn't want to go to the Kayanga Lake, or however you pronounce it, mostly because our legs were so sore from our excursion the other day.
After leaving Twin Lagoons, we headed to the next location, which was the shipwreck. The nice thing about the shipwreck is you can actually swim from the shipwreck over to the coral reef. Once we create videos of the shipwreck and the other stops for this excursion, we'll add a link so those can also be seen. We greatly appreciate you watching, and if you're still here, like, subscribe, and leave us a comment, please.